Sony may introduce its own DLSS with PS5 Pro, a Last of Us Online screenshot has appeared online, PS5 single-handedly raises the European console market, and details on Rise of the Ronin pre-orders. All that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get to them. We have more news about the rumored PS5 Pro, as Sony may be targeting September 2024 for a full launch, according to insider Jeff Grubb. Grubb and Tom Henderson, who are reliable sources, have spoken about a mid-gen refresh for the PS5, with Grubb now saying the recent leaked specs for the PS5 Pro are likely real. Whenever the PS5 Pro arrives next year, it is rumored to have a new Sony proprietary DLSS-like solution, which in the same way as NVIDIA, will use AI to enhance and enable high resolution at higher frame rates. Sony would be including their hardware into the new PS5 Pro, taking advantage of the double hardware ray tracing acceleration to achieve this goal. Sony recently acquired iSight, a company with experience in building AI solutions, applying machine learning to improve video processing, which was said to improve their R&D and streaming services. So this rumor seems very likely to end up happening. Do you believe the PS5 Pro rumors? Share with us in the comments. Another follow-up story is regarding The Last of Us Online, which Naughty Dog cancelled recently, and now insider Dust Golem has leaked a screenshot of the game's main menu, giving us an insight into what Naughty Dog had planned. Not showing the picture here, but you can check it with the link in the description. The main menu reveals elements such as Battle Pass progression, a Battle Royale mode named Survivor Solos, an in-game item store, a jobs board with limited time quests, and a feature called Study potentially linked to character customization. So this suggests that Naughty Dog was exploring a tiered progression system and monetization through a Battle Pass. The Last of Us Online was cancelled due to Naughty Dog realizing it would take away all the studio's resources to keep making content for the game and affect single-player development. Let's go with another monthly video game sales report, as PS5 took another crown by leading the European chart and raising overall console sales in the region alone. It's almost as if Sony had said,
"Fine, I'll do it myself."
The PS5 was the best console sold, with a monstrous 376% growth over the last year, since it was the first time the console was in stock for Black Friday following its release. Nintendo Switch was second, but moving 35% less than last year, and the same case for Xbox, placed at third with a 26% drop over 2022. PS5 single-handedly helped the overall console market to have a 60% year-on-year growth. For example, Sony appears to have sold 15,000 units in Spain during November compared to Xbox Series 1000, and they have also been beating the competition 9-1 in France. Moving to games, and as was the case in the UK and US reports, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 led the chart, but unlike the other regions, the Activision title made up for the lack of big releases such as God of War Ragnarok or Pokémon last year. The rest of the chart saw EA Sports FC24 in second, selling 3% more than FIFA 23 last year, Hogwarts Legacy, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Football Manager 2024. Black Friday saw 7.8 million games sold, with EA Sports FC24 leading, followed by Call of Duty and Hogwarts Legacy. Accessory sales reached 2.56 million units, up 13.8% over last year, with PS5 DualSense controllers driving the market and PlayStation Portal debuting at number 8. Overall, the European video game market experienced a 20% increase in sales compared to the previous year, given this November was a 5-week month compared to last year's 4-week, so if the comparison is made based on 4 weeks, it's a 2% drop. Moving on, Rise of the Ronin had a new trailer at the Game Awards, revealing its launch date, and pre-orders have now opened. The PS5 exclusive will offer 2 editions, with the standard one priced at $70, both digital and physical, then a deluxe edition for $80, which is digital only. Pre-ordering either edition gives you early access to the Iga Ninja's armor set and katana, and 4 extra combat styles. The deluxe edition also includes a Bando Warrior armor set, a Japanese formal wear set, Iga Ninja's staff, Toyokuni paired swords, a digital soundtrack, and an artbook. The action RPG developed by Team Ninja will follow a Ronin navigating chaos in a declining government in 1863 Japan, mixing elements from Assassin's Creed and Ghost of Tsushima from what it seems. It launches on March 22, 2024. But before Rise of the Ronin, there's The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, launching on January 19, and now we know how much space it will require. According to PlayStation game size, the remaster will be a little over 76 GB, which is about the same as the original on PS4, but this one has extra content such as the new roguelite mode or the lost levels. If you pre-order a full copy, you can preload the game a week earlier on January 12th, but if you want to upgrade your copy, you're going to have to wait until the 19th. Now time for a round of quickfire gaming news. The Game Awards 2023 achieved a record-breaking viewership with 118 million viewers, marking a 15% increase from the previous year and continuing a 9-year growth trend. The first Game Awards show with the new Geoff Keighley organization was in 2014 and managed 1.9 million viewers, so it has been over 6,000% growth for the show in 10 years, which outperforms traditional TV and film award shows in recent years that have been on decline. The Oscars, for example, drew an average audience of 18.7 million viewers in 2023. Doug Cockle, the voice actor for Geralt of Rivia, is excited to return to the role in the future, saying he would love to just keep voicing Geralt until he can no longer voice anymore. He continued saying it has become such a part of him. He's thrilled every time CD Projekt calls him up for new projects and looks forward to the Witcher remake with Unreal Engine 5, since the original was made over 20 years ago and technology has changed so much. Upcoming Witcher projects also include Polaris moving away from Geralt's story. There's a chance the voice actor will be featured in the game as well, but he also admits he is limited to information on the studio's plans. Kojima Productions celebrated its 8th anniversary this past Friday with a star-studded video featuring well wishes from various figures, including Elijah Wood, Hunter Schafer, Gareth Edwards, and Ari Aster. Kojima tweeted about the celebration looking back 8 years and how he had to make a fresh start at 52 years old with the support of everyone, and also said the studio has entered its second phase. That new phase includes the recently revealed OD, the Death Stranding sequel, and a movie in the works with A24. The studio also revealed that the original Death Stranding has now seen 16 million porters on PS4, PS5 and PC, including free services like PlayStation Plus or PC Game Pass. Congratulations to Kojima Productions and keep on keeping on. Atlus has announced that the Persona 5 series has achieved over 10 million worldwide sales. The series includes Persona 5, Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Strikers, and Persona 5 Tactica. Celebrating the new milestone, Atlus released a new Japanese commercial, and Persona 5 Royal is on sale on various platforms including PlayStation. Embracer Group is doing more layoffs now on studios 3D Realms and Slipgate Ironworks, as some of the affected staff took to social media to announce their departures. 3D Realms founder Scott Miller commented on the situation, saying he's heard the cuts account for half the company. Embracer Group declined IGN a comment on the layoffs, but acknowledged a comprehensive restructuring program. That program so far has resulted in over 900 staff being laid off, project cancellations, and the closure of studios such as Free Radical Design. It's disgusting to see they are doing this during the holidays. Here's hoping those affected land on their feet. Speaking of Free Radical, some concept art from the now cancelled Timesplitters project has surfaced online, showing what could have been for the series revival. The Timesplitters fan site includes around 70 pieces of concept art from 9 developers, including set design, weapons, and character models. This would have been the 4th entry in the series that started in 2005, and it's unclear if another studio will continue their work. Elden Ring's expansion Shadow of the Earth 3 is rumored again to be released in February 2024, according to information posted earlier by retailer DataBlitz. The website, now taken down, mentioned Elden Ring themed controllers from Thrustmaster and suggested the release would coincide with the new Shadow of the Earth 3 expansion and Elden Ring anniversary. And it also mentions a second wave of controllers with a major expansion in 2025. We'll have to wait and see, since Elden Ring producer Yasuhiro Kitao recently said that development on the expansion is progressing well, but a release is not expected soon. Bulwark Falconeer Chronicles, the spiritual sequel to the award-winning aerial combat game The Falconeer, will now launch not only on PC but also on PS4, PS5, Xbox One and Xbox Series. Developed by Thomas Sala and published by Wired Productions, Bulwark shift from aerial combat to city building, set in the same universe as the Falconeer, 40 years after the events of the original game. It will offer a vast open world for players to engage in city building, strategy and military conquest when it launches in the future. Atomic Heart's Trapped in Limbo DLC is set to release on February 6 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series and PC. The DLC explores the bizarre Limbo world, introducing challenges, puzzles and obstacles for players to overcome, expanding on the main story. NetherRealm Studios has confirmed that crossplay for Mortal Kombat 1 will be introduced in February next year, allowing players on PS5, Xbox and PC to engage in online matches together. The feature has been part of the game's post-launch plan since its reveal, and they will also enable a Wi-Fi filter so that players can decline matches based on the connection quality. The Nintendo Switch version, however, will not be receiving crossplay support. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Let us know in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, such as Baldur's Gate 3 being the most nominated at the BAFTA Awards, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!